Hey guys, it's Holy to Boot, and I'm here to say 10 things that you can try and do during your isolation period if you're being made to do one. Now, keep in mind the world is undergoing this horrible thing at the moment with the coronavirus or the COVID-19, and as you're probably aware, everything is basically shutting down. We're being told to stay inside and self-isolate, especially if you've got coughs or anything. So, luckily, because we're all gamers and playing BDO, there are a lot of things that we can do, and a lot of times people get into the same old routines. So I put 10 things that you can do during this isolation period which you might not have done, which could be quite interesting for you. So let's get into it. So number one on the list is bartering. Now, sea content, and I know a lot of players that deliberately avoid anything to do with Black Desert Online sea content, but you know what? It's not too bad. So a couple of reasons why you should do it. It is semi-AFK, so if you wanted to watch Netflix or do something else in the background, you can. You just have to put in a little bit of effort just to keep your path going to the right places and having a look what you've got. It's actually good money too. When you get into it, bartering is like this hidden gem. I mean, it's not so hidden. If you're on the Discord, you'll see everyone talking about it. But yeah, when you get into it and you get your upgraded ship, you can really make some good money. So how can you get into this? Well, first things first, get a boat. Now, you can use your Shaka 2 seals at the moment, and you can actually get a boat for 50 of them, I believe, or the ethereal one, which is a really good one to start. If you do the quest line to get there, it's something like Avelia and then Aquila Islands or something like that. You'll go around and you'll get given a boat, and it will boost you to skilled 1 for sailing. Now, you want that because that will give you the boost while you're on your boat to make you go faster. So yeah, it's really good. And after that, really, you just start bartering, and it's just a matter of going to your barter tab in the exit menu and having a look which level items to trade. You start off with lower ones. Say for instance, someone might want beer, and you'll trade 600 beer for, like, I don't know, like 1 pirate coin, and then you keep trading that up and up and up until at the end you trade it for more valuable things, and it goes on. You can get sea coins, you can trade them in for better things, and there's always a chance that you get a special barter pot, and there is a very small chance to get a cheap Khan's heart. So yeah, definitely something worth thinking about. Number 2, whale hunting. Now, a lot of people don't necessarily do this, and again, it's another sea content one. This is the last one, I promise you, of sea content type stuff. Now, why would you do it? There is some okay money to be made there. Not a lot, really, to be honest. If you're doing it more because it's something to do in a group, and it can be a good crack. If you get the lads together, you know, on comms, obviously don't get too close, you know. That's the whole point of this video, to be staying inside. But, you know, on comms, having a beer, having a bit of a laugh. Now, what do you need? Well, you know, surprise, surprise, you need a boat. You do need your matchlocks because you are going to be shooting it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. You'll have one person sailing the boat, and the rest of your team will be standing on the deck, all shooting at the whale. Now, again, it's nothing special. It's just a bit of fun. It is worth saying, if you are the one who goes to do the looting, make sure you take a butcher's knife to go butcher it afterwards, because that's how you get your loot. So, or at least if you get to actually loot the corpse of it and you get to butcher it. So you will need that, because that's the same with any hunting stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely worth a try once in a while. If you've got a bit of free time, it's definitely something to have a look at, and potentially just as a one-off. But hey, there you go. So, moving on. Number 3, Altar of Blood, or AOB. Now, the reasons why to do this, again, really nice. You have the potential to get pen boss gear. And when I say boss gear, I mean armor. I should say that, boss armor. Yeah, this can drop anything from tri to tets of tri, tets, and pens, and that is both boss armor, blue armor, and green armor. So it can be really worth doing, and it's a small chance. Keep that in mind, and it is group content. That's the nicest thing. You're not going in alone. So how do you do this? You literally just go to the menu, you press your escape, and you click the Altar of Blood part at the side, and you join a group of 3 people. It will take 100 energy to start, and I believe each round afterwards takes like 20-25 energy, so make sure you go in with energy, and it is worth doing. Set up your fairy before you go in if you do have one, because you can't do it inside. That's the only thing just to keep in the back of your mind. But yeah, as something to do, it can be quite fun, and hey, a little bit of fun versus the chance of getting potential pens. I mean, that to me sounds like a no-brainer. So yes, please, definitely worth trying Altar of Blood during this time. Okay, so number 4, we have energy grind. Now, when I say this, people are going to be like, oh, what's energy grind? Well, basically, you know how you have your energy, which you can do things with. You increase that by getting more knowledge across the world, or expanding your knowledge horizon. and this is a perfect time to do it. A lot of people like myself keep putting it off because if you're working and then you've got to come play BDO, you really want to do the things which are going to get you those immediate gains. Now, if you're in this isolation period and you've got a bit of free time, yeah, doing an energy grind is definitely worth it. You will have more energy, and that's just better for PvE purposes, because at the end of the day, if you can get, you know, late 400, 500 energy, I mean, it's just great. You can just gather for days, etc. So how do you do this? You go to your ecology and knowledge area, and basically you look where you've got gaps. You'll look and you'll see question marks in, and you can either go onto websites like BD Database or places like that. You put in the NPC you need to find, and you go find it. You interact with it, and it's basically a tick sheet, and the more you go down, the more you complete, you'll get bonus energy. And hey, surprise, surprise, you keep doing it, you get more energy. It's not just NPCs, it's getting nodes, finding knowledge, maybe speaking to people. It is worth doing, and it is quite good. Now, on the back of that, and it goes hand in hand, I've put this as number 5 when I say monster knowledge. So some people don't know is, where every time you get a ranking on a mob, so for instance you get S's, you know, you always want S's basically, you get points for it, and I can't remember off the top of my head, I want to say 50 or 10, I should look at this, but anyway, you have a total when you look at your tab at the bottom. You see in the video here, so you go into H, go into your knowledge, and it will say at the bottom, and you have a score. Now the higher score you have, the better drop chance you will have anywhere, everywhere in the world. So it is really worth getting these, you know, this knowledge. Now, you know, why do you do this? I mean, better drops while grinding. That's all you need to say, because this will make any of your other grinds more efficient. That few extra percentage can really be the difference, you know, between making okay money and great money in some places. I mean, look at Star's End. Star's End is like meh until you get the earring drop. When the earring drops, it's fantastic. So anything that could boost that is always helpful. Now, how do you do it? Again, you just have to get high knowledge on all mobs. When you attack the mobs, you can see in you know, in the corner, it'll show you exactly what knowledge you have. You basically want S on everything. Now, that is not an easy task, and it will take a very long time if you do it, but it's not too hard to do. If you want to set some time, you could go to a new area, spend 15-20 minutes there just killing everything and getting S's on everything. Once you've done that, move on somewhere else. Easy. So, number 6. This sounds really obvious, but something that a lot of people don't do even though they're playing the game. Level ults. I mean, why would you do it? Well, for a start, you get better game knowledge, which is so important, because the more you learn about other classes, the more you can fight against them. And also family fame. Keep in mind, the better family fame you get and overall fame, you actually get a marketplace reduction cost, which is really nice. So every time you're selling some stuff from marketplace, you won't get taxed as heavy. Also, don't forget, the money that you make every day just from logging in, that will increase that. As soon as a character gets to level 60, you get 1 point per level. At level 60, that goes up 5 times. So if your character was at 59 and you get it up to 60, that's an extra 39 points. Yeah, 49 points. God, maths today. It's worth doing. 41. I don't know. It's been a long day. Either way, how do you do it? You can tag it, you can swap your gear over, use the suppressed gear, but go grind or do the quest. It's really simple and some really easy gains. So, number 7, get into live skilling. Again, a lot of people in this game don't do much live skilling, and to be fair, Black Desert Online has got an incredibly complex and in-depth live skilling community behind it. There's so many things that you can do. A lot of people just do one or another. Say, for instance, they gather. Where actually, if you put some time into it, you can see that mixing and matching 2 together or even more will make you a lot of money. Here's a good example. You gather meat, and if you did some farming, you might farm some peppers and some onions. And if you did cooking, you might put that into grilled sausage. Now, all of a sudden, you've used 3 different professions there to make something which is going to give you more money and the benefits from it as well. So how can you do this? Realistically, go into the Discords and just have a look at some guides. There's a lot of people out there who put a lot of time. Ask around, ask questions. A lot of people do want to help, and also at some point get some Manos gear. Now I should really put mastery gear. Don't go straight into Manos, you can use the low gear stuff. But yeah, get some of that and have a bit of fun. Have a little play around. This is the time to test something new. Because hey, you might really enjoy it and you could make some really good money. So, number 8, when I was putting 10 things to do, this one almost came up as a meme. And I say that because I'm putting this here because I've always seen it and always thought, maybe I'll do it. And I never do. So, if you haven't done it, it could be a bit of fun. The concept behind it is fine. You know, you go to a point A, you get a countdown, and you have to go to point B. Now, it doesn't matter how you do it. You won't go across the roads, of course. You'll try and use shortcuts. Now, the people that I know who do the horse races have pretty much got all their routes sorted. They'll know where they're going, how they're going to get there, what skills. So if you want to do this, you need, I can't remember the tiers it can go through. I think you can do most of them, but again, you know, it's worth just checking on the Discords. I might put something down below when I find out. But yeah, you join the relevant channel for your horse race, and you have to be on a certain tiered horse. Obviously, you can't just rock up to a tier 2 horse on your dream horse, because that would be very unfair. And you literally just race, and you get rewards, and the rewards you get, you can use to hand in to get new horses, or the gear that you need, or so the items that you need for course upgrades. So it is quite useful, and you know, if you've not done it, it could be a little laugh. And hey, worst case scenario, 15 minutes, not the end of the world. So, number 9, the penultimate, quest lines. So by doing quest lines, once again, you're immersing yourself more in the world of Black Desert Online. Yeah, great, la la la. But the real reason why is you get your enhancement chance. And as you know, once you do more of this stuff, I think it's Rupee's guide, isn't it? The more that you do, as soon as you hit some certain points, I'm on the next one where I need like 4,500, 5,000 quests now, and I'm miles off, and I'll get an additional enhancement chance. Now, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're in a game where min-maxing is everything and all those percentages make the world of difference, it can be really, really good to do this. And you'll get some stacks as you complete it as well. Once you do certain parts, you can get the stacks. And also, if you're doing it on ults, you can get the XP if you use the Changanuma tome, whatever it's called, who cares? How do you do it? Go to your suggested quest log, make sure you've got quest turned on, and you know what, you can just go through everything on there. You can just follow it down, and it is worth doing. Speak to the Black Spirit as well, make sure you've done all the stuff that he does, and you'll be surprised by how many skill points you might find you unlock. I know when I was doing this not that long ago, I completely ignored doing quests when I'd made an ult. And then when I went to do all these, the Black Spirit kick, and oh, here's some inventory trays, here's some skill points, and that really helped, especially with ults and stuff, because skill points are just key. And finally, number 10, community events. And I've put this one last for a reason, because I'm really going to try and do this. So why should you do community events? It is an excuse to meet nice and new people. Keep in mind, a lot of the time BDO, especially at the, I don't say necessarily in the higher end, we spend more time worrying about or sticking with our own guild and not necessarily spending time with other guilds. And the reason why is just because that's how it is. That's how we play the game. But there are a lot of community events that you can do. Now, examples of this are like arena things, AOBs, or RP events, and I won't say the other one because we all know what comes with RP, the other guys on that. It can be a good laugh, and a lot of other games do it and do it quite well. So I really would suggest getting into these things if, you know, you've got a bit of time, because you'll meet some new people and make some new friends. The best way to do this that I've seen so far is to check on Discords, have a look on the forum, and speak to people. There'll always be people that say, oh, come do this, we're having a bit of fun. Whether it's people who are doing like a King of the Hill type thing in a battleground, or like a hide and seek, or, you know, the people who are doing RP sessions, or, you know, the best dress type thing. You know, that sort of, I know I can't keep saying thing, but that sort of event can be quite fun, especially if you go into it with an open mind and have a bit of fun. Now, on the back of this, and this is done specifically because I'm not necessarily someone who would go to these, especially definitely not from the RP side, but I'm going to try and do my own little community event. It's something that I've been planning for a while with some friends and having a bit of a laugh about it, and I will put something about it shortly. But the one that I think it will probably be is just a bit of a laugh with the shies, and it'll probably be something like hot shy, call the FBI, something along those lines, which is slightly cringe, but basically it will be, I'll give some different categories, and we'll see who can bring their best dressed and best decorated shy. Now keep in mind, as creepy as that may sound, I'm pretty sure in the shy law they're all supposed to be 40, so oof, awkward, but still, something like that could be a good laugh, and it helps you to get to know other people. But I'll put some more information down if and when I do decide to, because I really want to do something like this, especially while we've got this horrendous isolation period all around the world, and a lot of people are crying out for stuff to do. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. These are just 10 quick things that you can do in BDO, which might make you a bit more money, might, you know, broaden your horizons to the game. You might even find something you enjoy doing more than your normal grind. But yeah, take this as an opportunity to do something new, and don't just, you know, think, oh, this is it, you know, I've got to do the same thing over and over. Now, of course, what I should say is go spend some time, you know, outside in your garden if you can, you know, stay away from people, but, you know, don't get too obsessed with the things, and, you know, for Christ's sake, don't try and spend all day in the game, because that won't be healthy for you either, even though, let's be fair, the hardcore still will, and if you're watching this, you know, fair play. But still, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Keep safe, guys. Don't forget, you know, follow the rules that your country's saying about the coronavirus, because it really is a nasty thing, and we do all need to work together to get rid of it. But hope this helps, and I will put something out as soon as I can regarding the community event. Take care, guys. See ya. Bye.